I love the background, Manny.
I was so inspired, and congrats on A Tourist's Guide to Love. It's a fun passport to love, and I enjoyed it.
Oh my goodness. I just want that clip to go out there. I want you saying that as my Instagram story. Thank you. That was perfect.
Well, let's begin with you, Miss Rachel. Not only are you starring in the film, but you're also one of the producers. So why A Tourist's Guide to Love? Genesis.
I'm a sucker for a good love story. And who didn't want to travel coming out of COVID? You know what I mean? And I am lucky enough to have read an incredible writing sample by our screenwriter, Erin Tran Donahue. And so when we were cobbling together, themes that we wanted to talk about, and she was willing to, use her own love life story, not doing great, Manny, as the backbone sort of relationship of our film. She met her real life husband in Vietnam. It just seemed so fortuitous, and Netflix was, luckily for us, pretty intrigued right away. And from pitch to production was about a year, and here we are now.
Wow. And you, Mr. Scott, I'm a little disappointed you're not shirtless.
Help him out, Scott. Help him out.
If Rachel is the tourist, you're the guide to love. So talk to us about your character, Sinh, and his dynamics with Rachel's Amanda.
Oh, he's like a free-spirited, unpredictable, loves Vietnam, loves showing people the great places, and he meets Amanda, and this is something special about her, and he starts taking her to different places, challenging her, and and it all just goes well. It's just like actual people kind of falling for each other slowly, and it has a nice, it melts in well, and yeah.
Oh, now Miss Rachel, let's talk about your character Amanda. Yes. Initially, she thinks her life is on track, right? Mm-hmm. Until it isn't. Talk to us about her.
Well, what I think is interesting about this character and this movie is that, like so many of us who are thrown for a loop and then have to sort of pivot and change and grow from that, she really does that. Despite being resistant to change, after going through a very sudden breakup and her life not unfolding the way that she thought it was going to, it ends up being one of the best things that could happen to her. And she does find love in the process. And there's no giant moral to the story, but I think you could, as a good takeaway, say, bad news isn't always bad news. Sometimes, one door closes, another opens. There are a lot of platitudes about this, Manny.
That's right. And also until she found the beautiful Vietnam.
Yes, we're not mad about it.
Right. And you know what, by the way, Miss Rachel, the producer, the next time you do a sequel, you have to set it in the Philippines next.
I would love this. Do you know people, Manny? Who do we talk to?
Oh, yes. I'll give you my Rolodex.
Thank you. I'm trying to keep Scott, traveling over here. Sorry.
Mr. Scott, at its heart, the film is about experiencing life and savoring the moment instead of escaping it, right? Do you agree? And talk to us about it.
Savoring the moment instead of escaping it. I think that, like one of the things that I live by is that your life is a once in a lifetime opportunity. So everything you experience, the people you come across, the situations, take it in. We can always see it half empty or half full. I see it half full, and you can always learn from it. And so it's experience it, take it in, learn from it, you grow, you get better. You can't make mistakes. You can't be wrong, you can't make mistakes.
Oh, and Miss Rachel, A Tourist's Guide to Love arrives at Netflix on April 21st. What do you hope for viewers to get after watching the film?
I hope if they were cynical, that they leave with a more open heart and mind. I hope they leave feeling like they experienced Vietnam, even just a little bit, even just, being taken there from their living room. And I don't know, Scott, what do you think?
I think that I want people to travel more. Don't be afraid to travel. Don't be afraid to meet new people, different cultures, and be taken in to these cultures and learn from it, and see what comes out of you while you're in it, and also date more Vietnamese Asian men.
I think that's what a lot of people are going to take from this movie, actually. Oh my God. Yeah, he's not wrong.
Oh, and eat lots and lots of pho.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
By the way, it tastes different in Vietnam. It tastes like it's like hot from the first sip to the last sip. It is wild.
Oh,
I don't know how that happened, but that's how pho in Vietnam tastes like to me.
Oh, well, big congrats again on A Tourist's Guide to Love. It's as beautiful and inviting as its Vietnam setting.
Thank you so very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching our movie. Please tell your friends. Thank you for hyping us up. We appreciate it.
Oh,
I love
thank
you,
you and good
Adrian.
luck.
I love you. Thank